Hey everybody, Zach here with the Go Guys, and welcome back to the channel. Happy Saturday! This is going to be a bonus video on the channel because I did want to show you guys this deck because I think it's a lot of fun, but unfortunately, due to the schedule of the channel and the other videos that we've recorded and we want to post, this one I just don't want to cancel that. So we're going to get a bonus video this week. What week you get this will to be determined. I haven't decided yet. You guys could easily be seeing this the weekend of the 18th, or you'll see it in a month. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Anyway. So today we're going to talk about King of the Skull Servants, and before I even talk about any card, I want to express that this is a casual deck. Casual deck, because I'm sure I'm going to get a comment at some point from somebody going, this deck sucks, I went 0-19, and you're probably going to. If you're playing against meta strategies, you're not going to win very often. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. When you're playing casually with your friends, this deck is a ton of fun, and I think you'll enjoy it when you're playing with friends. And again, this is not the most optimized build out there, but this is the build that I wanted to try, and it's worked for the most part pretty well in casual games. Anyway, now let's get into the deck. So we're playing the 6 copies of Skull Servant. So you have the King of the Skull Servants and Skull Servant. King of the Skull Servant is a zombie monster from the Lost Millennium that is probably well known at this point because it's getting an OTS Super in the next OTS pack, and it was like a $12 common for like a week. That is why I remember the card existed, because I had a bunch of them. And I'm like, this is GOAT legal, holy shit. But I've been working on this deck for a while. I just wanted, because I found, and it doesn't matter. Okay, so how this card works, its original attack is equal to the copies of King of the Skull Servant and Skull Servant in your graveyard by 1,000. So it caps out at 5,000 attack, which, not great, but still fine. And when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can banish one other copy of it or a Skull Servant to special summon it back. You don't want to do that too often. It's really good when you know you can push for game. Now, you want these in the graveyard. Getting them to the graveyard isn't the easiest task because you kind of want to, not have them on the field as much as possible. So let's play Emissary of the Afterlife. Emissary of the Afterlife is a card when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, each player gets to add a vanilla monster from their deck to their hand. For those of you who are long-time subs of the channel, we tried this with Monarchs. It's a lot of fun. Not great, but it is fun. But Emissary of the Afterlife is also a very interesting card because it in turn lets you crash with Tribe Effective Virus, Blade Knights when your opponent has multiple cards in hand, and our friend Breaker. I couldn't think of his name for a minute. Sorry about that. So I decided my route for the deck was to not just focus on the Skull Servants. I wanted to play a small zombie engine to have something to fall back on. Normally we would always play D3 Pyramid Turtle because in turn you can float into this guy and he'll be big. But I decided to add the Regenerating Mummies, the Vampire Lords, and the Spirit Reaper. I just think Regenerating Mummy is good because it gives you a easily normal summonable 1800 attack monster. At worst, it's a beater, and it improves your hand, or that other card that rips cards out of your hand. Anyway, and Vampire Lord is a great card. It's a 2K beat stick. He does Vampire Lordy things, and he's a bitch to get around because he keeps coming back. And he can also make your opponent lose cards, which is good. Spirit Reaper is a great defensive and offensive card because it can buy you time if you need it. And, of course, when you're pushing, you can rip cards out of your opponent's hand. I'm only playing one because I just think you only need one. And, again, if worse, it makes it take up your opponent's time and resources. For staple cards, we're playing the Tribe Infecting Virus. Tribe Infecting Virus in this deck's pretty good because, look, you have 3 free discards. Maybe 5, because if you get these in the discard, this is a free discard, because this card doesn't do anything once these are in the graveyard anyway. DD Warrior Lady and Exile Force are also there to out any problem monsters, and then I just like Cyberjar, because it gives you a chance to summon these, or put these onto the field to force your opponent to hit into them. On to spells, I'm playing the 2 Book of Life. It is just a way to bring back King of the Skull Servants without having to waste any of your copies by banishing them. And of course, you can bring back Vampire Lord, Mummy, Reaper, or Turtle. Double no mana crossout, just gotta hit them foot monsters. 2 copies of Opti Camouflage Armor. This card can be equipped to a level 1 monster, and it can attack your opponent directly. So, unexpectedly, a 5k King of the Skull Servants can all of a sudden kill your opponent. Pretty cool. We play the Power 5 of Greed, Charity, Duo, Burial, Snatch Steal, Heavy Storm, and then MST for the last two. And then, of course, the one tech card called Mummy. Of course, this card's awful. We know the card's bad, but in this deck, it's pretty cool because it means, in addition to maybe summoning a Regenerating Mummy, a Tribe Infecting Virus, any of these, you can just special summon the King of the Skull Servants. Or if you're in a spot where you can push, let's say you have 3 Skull Servants and one, you can summon 2 of them and have 2 4K beaters on field, which is always very strong. For the traps, we play Raigeki Break at 2. This is just another discard card. Because, again, we want to turbo these 3 specifically into the graveyard. So having that help. Mirror Force, Ring, Torrential, and Call are the last staples trap cards. And yeah, that is the deck. Again, I just want to reiterate before we end off the video here that this is a casual deck. Have fun with it. Don't expect to go win a tournament with it, because I hate getting those comments. This deck sucks. And I'm like, well, yeah, it kind of does, but it's fun. At the end of the day, that's all I care about. I just want to have fun with this deck. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, please do let me know in the comment section below, as I'm trying to improve every deck, no matter how random, good, or bad it is. Also, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you liked it, like the video. Thank you guys for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.